Well, breaking news and brutal news, really, for the championship hopeful Houston Rockets, who have reportedly just lost starting point guard Fred VanVleet for the entire 2025-2026 season. The Rockets, who, of course, made the biggest offseason splash when they acquired Kevin Durant on what was otherwise a very young roster, aside, that is, from Fred VanVleet himself. Houston surprisingly looked a year ahead of schedule last season when they won the 2 seed in the NBA's Western Conference playoff seeding, though they did show their age and inexperience in the postseason when they lost in the first round to the Golden State Warriors. Durant was viewed largely as the missing piece to make this team title caliber, and they did open the day today with the 5th best odds to win this year's NBA championship, behind only the Oklahoma City Thunder, Cleveland Cavaliers, Denver Nuggets, and New York Knicks in that order. VanVleet, according to multiple team sources, suffered a torn ACL during a team minicamp in the Bahamas and is scheduled to undergo surgery this week. The 31-year-old was set to enter his 10th NBA season on the heels of a solid outing a year ago when he averaged 14.1 points, 5.6 assists, and 1.6 steals per game, leading the team in both assists and steals per game, a performance which prompted the Rockets to extend his contract this summer to the tune of a 2-year deal worth $50 million. The Rockets, meanwhile, do not have a pathway to sign a replacement player at this point due to cap limitations, and will instead look to lean on Amen Thompson, who doesn't turn 23 until January, and Reed Shepherd, who has just turned 21 in June. And poor KD simply cannot catch a break here. A dude who missed out on what would have been just the 4th three-peat in modern NBA history, dating all the way back to 1970, when he ruptured his own Achilles in the 2019 finals. He could have joined the likes of Jordan, Kobe, and Shaq as the only guys to achieve that distinction in the modern era. He then likely lost out on another championship when his own foot was on the line during what would have been a series-clinching three-pointer, which turned into a game-tying 2. A game and series Milwaukee would then ultimately go on to win that year's NBA championship. Of course, that series was only so close in the first place because both James Harden and Kyrie Irving were injured and out for KD's Brooklyn Nets super team. And of course, things never really did ever materialize in Phoenix. This year, though, was the year KD was supposed to have his first good look in a while, and possibly his last, for a player who turns 37 in 1 week and who has played in over 62 games just once in the last 8 seasons. Ho-hum though, some players just can't catch a break. Perhaps it's not too late for old KD to accept that trade back to Golden State that he recently confirmed to have vetoed during last year's trade deadline. The good old Bay Area, which seems destined to be the only place KD is ever going to be able to have succeeded in during a somewhat ill-fated career. One which was highlighted by individual mastery, but his inability to ever really win at a high level when it mattered most, without an unbeatable super team, that is. Though in his defense, he certainly isn't alone in that designation.